guys, my name is Alex and welcome to my very first Killing Eve review video. Today I'm going to be talking about Season 1, Episode 5. Now, obviously, before we get into this, if you guys haven't watched the episode, I do recommend watching that first because this video is going to be full of spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, watch the episode first. Also, if you guys want to see me react live to this episode, that is up on my Patreon, which is linked in the description. Yeah, it was a time. But let's get into my thoughts on this episode. So Killing Eve is a new show for me. Obviously, it's a new show to begin with, but wow, how obsessed I've become with it in such a short amount of time is scaring me a little bit because, like, oh, it's such a good show and I'm just, like, I can't stop thinking about it, you know? It's been a couple days since the episode and I still cannot stop thinking about it. So the main highlights for this episode, I mean, this episode was like the lead up to them meeting. They met twice in this episode and God, I have so many feels about their meetings. So to start off the episode, they've got Frank and they're going, but then Eve decides to just stop and confront. Now, how do I pronounce her name? Is it Villanelle? Villanelle? Something like that. So Eve decides to confront her. I just had no idea what was happening. Like, I had no idea where they were going with that scene. I was stumped. I was thoroughly enjoying it though. Like, I don't know what Eve was trying to achieve. Villanelle had like a gun. I'm gonna call her V because I'm sure I'm butchering her name. We're gonna call her V. She had a gun and V was stumped as well. What a scene. I just wanted to know what Eve was trying to achieve. Like, did she think she was going to have a conversation with her? I don't know, but it was just a standoff and Eve was making gestures and V was just doing her psycho ways of like, just fucking doing weird shit. But she ended up running off and that was that. They go to get Frank to a safe house. And honestly, I still cannot take Frank seriously because all I see him as is the guy from Imagine Me and You, to be honest. But yeah. So we had the second meeting. It was at Eve's house. Oh gosh, Eve is trying on the clothes that V got her. One, why? Like, imagine if a guy did that. Like, a guy just, like, sent you clothes and perfume. It's weird. It's really weird. And, like, I'm like, why are you trying this stuff on? Get rid of it, you know? At the very least, sell it. Get some money off that stuff. But just get rid of it. That's weird. But she's trying it on. She puts the perfume on, which I was a little nervous about because I was like, is that the poison perfume? Was not. It was just expensive perfume. But then V rocks up and wants to have dinner. Look, the way she asked her to just have dinner with her was the most entertaining scene I've watched in a long time. Eve, like, coming at her with, like, that toilet brush. And then, like, and V essentially, like, waterboarding her, right? Until she agrees to have dinner. I love how casual she is in the most ridiculous situations. I feel bad that I ship it, but I really do. And I don't know how to process those feels because they are like nothing else I've felt before. I know V is a psycho. She is a fucking psychopath. Like, there is no questioning that. She is an awful person. There is nothing good about her, you know? But, like, I still kind of ship it. Look, if we're gonna be completely honest, Eve is, like, kind of psycho as well. Like, who just, like, at the start, who just walks up to a serial killer, like an actual known psychopath, just because she's curious? Like, I mean, there's something wrong with her as well, if that's, like, a normal reaction for her. I don't know how to process that scene for me because I loved watching it so much. They have so much chemistry together. And yet V is an awful person. Again, nothing good about her. Eve is a little bit psycho as well. But like, V has like Eve pushed against the refrigerator with a knife to her neck, sniffing her neck because she's got her perfume on. And that was the epitome of like my confused gay panic. Like, I'm gone. Like, there is no rationalizing this ship. There is no justifying it. It's just trash. It's just my gay trash coming out. And you know what? I'm not gonna fight it. But this show really just like fucks me up because like, I don't care for Frank. He's like not a good guy, you know. He's been working with the 12, we found out they're called. But he's not a bad guy necessarily, right? Like, I mean, he hasn't killed anyone, right? He's just been like telling them what, you know, the government knows. As far as I know, that's the extent of his involvement. So he's not like a bad guy, right? But I was like, I want to see him die. I want to see V kill him. Just because I want to see her in her element, you know? Like, I'm kind of rooting for her. But then you get to the end of the episode and Frank is dead. She's cut off his knob. And I'm like, oh, fuck. That's not something that I should be wanting. That's really bad. He's dead. That's gross and, like, fucked up. Why was I, like, just, like... I don't know. There is no explanation for like my feelings watching this show. I thoroughly enjoy how this show fucks me up. I really do. It's something that I've never felt before. I'm really curious to see where they go with this show. Like, Eve is like, wants to catch V, right? She wants to catch her because like she's a bad person. She's a serial killer. She's a psychopath. Eve is intrigued by her though, like intrigued by like how she does what she does, you know, and who she is and why she does these things. Eve is just as intriguing, right? Because like she's got that human element to her, you know? Like she has these human emotions that V doesn't. But also like one of her best friends, I'm assuming, like they were close, her and Bill were close, died not too long ago. And yet she's still so thoroughly intrigued by this woman that she confronted her when she had a gun, you know? Eve is fascinating to watch as well. Like, I'm very curious to see how they end it. I haven't read the books or anything like that. I'm curious. I don't know, like, I just feel like Eve is gonna do something unexpected, you know, in the end. I'm excited. I'm very excited to see where they go. But I'd love to know your thoughts on this episode in the comments, or you can tweet me, Tumblr me. There's links in the description as well. Like I said, to my Patreon, there's a link to my Patreon with my reaction to this episode. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. Whew, I will see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.